All right, what is going on, all of my hopeful romantics? This is your man Gerard Kenneth. Thank you so much for checking out another Why Love segment here on YouTube. This is segment number 4. Show and tell our love language. Uh, show and tell our love language. Um, Show and tell the initial song I wrote it back in 2000 and like 2009, 2012. It was a little bit after I got divorced. I wrote this song, and it was talking about uh, me trying to reconcile with my ex-wife. Right? We got divorced in 2009. Originally got married in 2004, and then 5 years later we got divorced. Okay, so basically in the song I'm saying, hey, I'm loving you correctly. I want to learn how to love you correctly. Please just don't have me do this by myself. And I honestly believe that a lot of us in relationships, we find ourselves doing things on our own, right? We're doing our part in a relationship. We're trying to understand. We're trying to love somebody correctly. And oftentimes we find ourselves doing things on our own, and we're like, "Yo, this is not fair. Why am I da 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 da?" Right? I think one of the issues is actually understanding the other person's love language. For the most part, we don't directly say what our love language is because a lot of us don't know what our love language is, let alone know what a love language actually is. We don't know our love language, but in the same breath, we don't even know what love language means, right? So basically, love language is, of course, it's a language, but it expresses how you desire to be loved. And usually you can find that out based on how you express yourself in a certain perspective. Usually how you express yourself tells the other person, hey, this is how this person desires to be loved. The love languages, 5 love languages, is a book written by Gary Chapman back, I believe, in the early 90s, early to mid 90s, right? And so there's been different editions of that book, different variations of the book, but the 5 love languages still remain, right? And there's actually 5 main love languages, and then all those different things are like subcategories of that. But everybody has one primary love language, and then they may have like a secondary or a third love language, right? For the most part, but they have a primary one. Most people have a primary one, right? And we're gonna go and look into that real quick. And let's go ahead and do that right now. So if you go to 5lovelanguages.com, that's number 5lovelanguages.com. We go here and we see that the love language is defined. It says words of affirmation, using words to build the person up, not tearing them down. And I'll add not tearing them down. Using words to build the other person up. For example, they say, thanks for taking out the trash. Not, it's about time you took out the trash. The flies were going to carry it out for you, right? So even though you're using your words, you're not using your words correctly. A gift says, he or she was thinking about me. Look at the gift that he or she got. Acts of service, right? Doing something for your spouse that you know they would like, cooking a meal, washing dishes, vacuuming floors are all acts of service. Quality time. By quality time, by which I mean giving your spouse your undivided attention, taking a walk together, or sitting on a couch, the TV off, talking and listening. Physical touch, holding hands, hugging, kissing, sexual intercourse are all expressions of love. Now, that particular one, which is sexual intercourse, is more so for married people, but I know people out there do it, whatever. I'm just gonna wait till I get married. All right. So out of these five, each of you have a primary love language which speaks more deeply to you than all the others. Discovering each other's language and speaking it regularly is the best way to keep love alive in the marriage or in a relationship. I've said this before in many videos. Yo hablo en español, claro que sí. Por ejemplo, yo estoy hablando ahora en este momento, ¿verdad? En un momento yo voy a darte un ejemplo de hablar en otra lengua or en otro lenguaje. For example, a few years ago, I was working at a grocery store. It's called HEB here in Texas. And I operated as a cashier. And so a few times I had customers that did not speak English. But what they said was, "Hi, my English is not that good," right? Their primary language is Spanish. My primary language is English. Now I can force them to speak my primary language to make me feel comfortable and make me feel appreciated, but I'm a servant. I'm a cashier. They're the customer. They bought our goods. I'm checking them out. I'm making sure that everything is okay for them. So I tell them, no hay problema, porque yo hablo en español y yo quiero ayudarte. And so they say, oh, gloria a Dios, gracias, bla, 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 bla. Y entonces otra vez me dice, gracias demasiado, porque mi inglés es horrible. Right? So, and I'm like, sure, not a problem, da, 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 da. You guys have a great day. Que tengan un buen día. Cool. And now their day has been made because I don't know what they may have been dealing with.